So guys, after cutting out the C&S male garment bodies, the next step is to cut out the sleeve. In order to manage your fabrics properly, it is advisable you cut the sleeve after cutting the bodies. In cutting out the sleeve, I have my basic sleeve pattern drafted on my pattern paper already, as you can see. A basic sleeve is what we usually have on a male C&S garment. So for this reason, I'm drafting a basic sleeve pattern. Now, this is how I drafted my pattern. Here is the back side and this is the front side. Okay, so this is the sleeve head and this is the center of the sleeve, and here is the sleeve opening. Okay, so this side is the front and this side is the back. Now, for the cap height, I used 4 inches and I took the measurements from the starting point. So this is a starting point line and this is a cap height line. From the starting point line to the cap height is 4 inches. This measurement is standard for a male basic sleeve. So you can see what I have. So here I have 4 inches. Then in the construction of the sleeve head, I use the measurement I have on the garment itself. So it is advisable you take the measurements on the garment in order not to have a shortage or excess when attaching the sleeve to the bodies. So this is the garment, and what I have here is the front and the back armhole together. You can see the shoulder line is here. So I took the measurements from this point to the other edge, which means I measured the front and the back armholes together. So for this I have 22.5 inches. The 22.5 inches is together with the seam allowance I have by the side. I added 1 inch here and 1 inch here, that is 2 inches. So I will have to subtract the seam allowance away from the armhole measurement I took, which is 2 inches. So I subtracted 2 inches from 22.5 and I have 20.5 inches left. So for the 20.5, I inserted half of 20.5 on the back side and I inserted half of 20.5 on the front side. Half of 20.5 is 10.25, and I took the measurement vertically from the starting point at the center to the cap height point by the side. I started taking the measurement from the center on the starting point line and I extended it downward until my 10.25 touches the cap height line. So that is where I marked the point. You can see what I have. Then on the front side as well, I repeated the same process. My 10.25 from the center of the sleeve to the starting point, from the center of the sleeve on the starting point to the cap height point by the side. You can see what I have. So when drafting a basic sleeve pattern, the front and the back has to be drafted together. Then I constructed the sleeve head. So after constructing the sleeve head, I have the sleeve opening as the length of the sleeve, and the length of the sleeve I'm working with is 26 inches, but here I have 24.5 inches. Why do I use 24.5 inches? If I make use of the real measurement, which is 26 inches on the wearer, the sleeve will be longer than the wearer's arm. And why? When I was drafting the bodice pattern, I extended the shoulder line by 2 inches. So which means the shoulder line has moved away from the center of the shoulder. And when I was taking the sleeve measurement, I took the measurement from the center of the shoulder. If I did not subtract the extra 2 inches I added on the back measurement, it will be added to this and I will end up having about 28 inches for the sleeve length, which will be longer than the arm of the wearer. In order to avoid this, I subtracted the amount of extra inches I added on the back panel. If you can remember, when I was drafting the bodies, when I inserted the back measurement, half of the back measurement was 8.5 inches and I added extra 2 inches to make it 10.5, which means the bodies has moved from the center of the shoulder by 2 inches. So instead of subtracting 2 inches from 26 inches, I subtracted 1.5 inches. So I added half of an inch as an ease. Okay, so I subtracted 1.5 inches from 26. That was why I have 24.5 inches left here as the length of the sleeve. Hope this is clear. Then for the sleeve opening, the measurement I took on the wearer is 11 inches. So this is the center of the sleeve. On the back side, I inserted half of 11 inches, and on the front side I inserted half of 11 inches. So in total on the sleeve opening I have 11 inches. Can you see what I have? So from here, which is the center, to this point is 5.5. Then from this point to this point as well is 5.5 inches. After that, I measured 7 inches upward from the sleeve opening point. So can you see what I have here? 7 inches point here, and I have it like so. When we get to the construction level, you get to understand why I did this. When I'm ready to cut out my pattern, I will be separating the two patterns. So I will cut from the starting point and stop on this 7 inches point, and I will be having the remaining 7 inches here separately. So when we get to the construction level, you will get to understand better. So for this pattern, I did not add any seam allowance yet. Okay, I don't have any seam allowance added on the pattern, but for the sleeve edge I will be adding seam allowance on my pattern in order to make it easier and more accurate. So I will be adding half of an inch of seam allowance on the sleeve head, following the shape I have for the sleeve head like so. Let me clean up the straight lines I have here so that you will see the curve clearly. Okay guys, now you can see exactly what I have for the sleeve edge. You can see how the sleeve edge really looks like. Okay, so this is the sleeve head. All the straight line I cleaned up was not part of the pattern anymore, though it was part of the pattern when I was drafting the basic sleeve pattern. Okay, so for further understanding, I've attached a well-detailed video on how to draft a basic sleeve pattern to this course. Kindly find the video below this particular one. So now I will be adding my seam allowance of half of an inch on the sleeve head. So as I said earlier, I will be adding my seam allowance on the sleeve head only. For the remaining parts of the sleeve, I will be adding the seam allowances on the fabrics. So guys, now I've added my seam allowance on the sleeve head. As you can see, from the front side to the back side, this is half of an inch of seam allowance. So I will be adding seam allowance by the side. After cutting out the pattern, I needed half of an inch of seam allowance to join this piece and this piece together, because when I'm cutting now, I will cut this separately. In order to join the two together on fabrics, I needed half of an inch of seam allowance, which I will be adding on the fabrics. So for the remaining seam allowances, as I said, I will be adding them on my fabrics. So guys, before cutting out my pattern, I have to say this again. In order to draft your basic sleeve pattern, please watch my video on how to draft a basic sleeve pattern, which has been attached to this course below this video. It is a well-detailed tutorial on how to construct the sleeve edge, how to extend your line, the cap height measurement. As I said, 4 inches is a standard measurement for a male sleeve. Okay, so it is the same formula, the same way, the same method. The difference is the measurement you are using and how you do your calculation. So with this, I will proceed in cutting out the pattern, after which I will cut this out on my fabrics. Now I have my basic sleeve pattern cut out as a single piece. So now I will be slashing here in order to have it in 2 pieces. So this is the 7 inches line. Immediately after cutting, I will have to label the lower part in order to indicate the back and the front. So I will label this as the back, and this is the front. The front and the hemline. Okay, so the next step is to place this on my fabrics and cut. So guys, now I have my fabrics pinned together with the patterns, as you can see. So I've pinned the upper part of the sleeve and the lower part of the sleeve. Okay, so now I will be cutting the two pieces together at the same time. So I need to cut two of this and I need to cut two of this. One will be for the left hand side and the other one will be for the right hand side. So that was why I had my fabrics on fold. You can see I open up the sleeve. I'm cutting the front and the back together, as you can see, but the two pieces is going to be for the two arms. So this is the upper part of the sleeve and this is the lower part of the sleeve. After cutting this out, which is the lower part, then I will be cutting another piece which is going to be the facing for the lower part. Also, I've added my seam allowances, as you can see. I added 1 inch by the side and I added half of an inch on the lower part. So these parts will be joined together with this. So for this reason, I added half of an inch at the upper part of this and half of an inch on the hemline and 1 inch on both sides. So for the upper part of the sleeve, which is the sleeve head, I've added my seam allowance on the pattern, so I don't need to add extra seam allowance on the sleeve head. So now I will be cutting out the fabrics. So guys, now I'm done with the cutting of the sleeve, and this is what I have after cutting. The next step is to place notches on the fabrics. I will be placing notches on the center of the sleeve. So I have to extend the line I have on the pattern to touch the fabrics. So I will place notches on the center, at the upper and the lower part of the sleeve. So here is the center. Then at the lower part, okay, so the seam allowance points, I will notch all the seam allowance points I have on my fabrics. Then I will be repeating the same process on this piece as well. Now I've placed notches on my fabrics, as you can see, on the upper part of the sleeve and the lower part of the sleeve. So the next step is to differentiate between the front sleeve and the back sleeve. So in order to differentiate, I will be placing 2 notches on the back side of the sleeve. So you can place these notches at any point. This is just to know where the back side of the sleeve falls. I'm doing this simply because the back side of the sleeve must match up with the back armhole. So when I see the 2 notches here, so definitely I will know this is for the back. So this side is for the back. Now, just as I said earlier, that I will be cutting facing for the lower part of the sleeve. So I will separate my pattern from my fabrics and I will use this as a pattern to cut out the facing. So I will be cutting 2 pieces for the facing as well.